Hello friends, welcome to ProTalent and I am Nitin Parmar. I welcome you all for this throwback series 2020. This is, you can say, third year in a row we are giving you complete compilation of 2020. The first module is about important acts and bills 2020. My dear students, from this particular module you will get complete idea that what happened in 2020 so that what you have to remember in 2021 for your examination. Okay, this will give you a background, it will give you complete information about what has happened. Okay, let us start to talk about this important acts and bills. My dear students, for the law entrance examination, knowledge about acts and bills are very crucial. Okay, so here we are discussing about which are the important bills and acts which have been passed in 2020. Okay, my dear students, these acts, you can say, were passed in a midst of pandemic. In pandemic, we had, you can say, this budget session which was curtailed. Later on we got monsoon session and we did not get a winter session. Okay, so this time our parliament sat for a limited time. Okay, in 2020 they had one winter session which was for a small period, January overlapping था. ठीक है, budget session we started from February. Okay, and then they had a monsoon session. They skipped, you can say, winter session of 2020. So my dear students, this year we have limited acts to remember, but many of them have become controversial. Let's start to talk about, you can say, some of the important acts. Number one, Jammu and Kashmir official language bill. So we all know that Jammu and Kashmir has been converted from a state to union territory, and thereby it is important to have a clarity about which language will be used by state to communicate with the citizens, and therefore it is important to remember this official languages. So earlier Urdu and English was official. Now we have Hindi, Kashmiri, and Dogri. These are the official languages of Kashmir. Yes or no? With this union territory, remember the official languages are five. Okay, so this is very crucial for you to remember. Okay, this particular bill has been passed. My dear students, you can say Jammu and Kashmir has a very interesting historical background. Please go through this. Okay, in this PDF, in this PPT which I am running in front of you, will contain lot of information. I will show you. I will show you some of them. Okay, I will present only few of the part. For detailed understanding, you must download this, you can say, PDF. Okay, this PDF will be available to you in a particular course which is called, you can say, throwback course on our, you can say, courses.protalentdigital.com, or on a simple protalentdigital.com you can get this. Okay, this is really possible. So we all understand that in India we have official languages. We don't have a national language. We have two official languages, Hindi and English, throughout the nation through an act called Official Language Act 1963. My dear students, it is very important for us to understand that we have developed a list of, you can say, scheduled languages, which are 22 languages. Okay, there are 22 languages which are there in 8th schedule. Apart from this 8th schedule, we have also some classical languages like Kannada, Malayalam, Sanskrit, Odia, Tamil, and Telugu. These are all classical languages. Okay, okay. I hope it is very clear to you. Great. Coming to another important act which was passed by government, which is called FCRA, Financial Contribution Regulation Amendment Act. My dear students, when foreign money comes in, it is very crucial that government has to be very cautious. Okay, because whatever the foreign money comes in, okay, we have to return that money, that dollars, some or the other way. That is the responsibility of a government. So it is not the money value which is to be returned, it is money which is currency which is to be returned. Okay, so generally for companies when they invest through FPI or FDI, they are controlled by the government. FPI rules are managed by SEBI, which is called Portfolio Investment Security Exchange Board of India. You can say tries to control on them. FDI, Foreign Direct Investment, which is controlled by, you can say, Department of Industrial Policy and Promotion, and more importantly companies law. So when you can say Department of, you can say, Promotion, you can say, provides approval of FDI, those rules are governing here. But this is about investment. What about contribution? When you can say people from foreign country, they are putting money in India through the NGO. For what purpose? For the development of the, you can say, poor people, for the development of, you can say, aggrieved people, for the development of certain group of people. Now why would they do that? Okay, because across the world people are interested to provide support against a vulnerable group of people, and that's why they invest money. But many times you can say some, you can say, malicious group of people with their malicious intention, they contribute money to some people to create some kind of opposition against government, and therefore government must control such kind of contribution. So this is called FCRA. So the objective is to regulate foreign donations and ensures that such contributions are not adversely affecting our internal security, which is very crucial दोस्तों. ठीक है, FCRA is applicable to all associations, groups and NGOs which are intending to receive foreign donation. Yes or no? It is really necessary, it is mandatory that they have to register FCRA. The accountability is very important. So when foreign contribution is coming for education purpose, religious development purpose, cultural purpose, they have to file annual return and they have to correspond to income tax rules. Okay, now the rules have been modified. Okay, and this is once again modification in 2020. What are the modifications being provided? The modification is the NGO, okay, must develop an account which is called FCRA account only in the one branch, in only one city, which is in Delhi. So they must develop, they must have a one branch, okay, which is called FCRA account only at one branch in Delhi with SBI, okay, so that government can take full control over it. Okay, no foreign funds can be provided in other, you can say, branches or in other banks. That's number one. Number two, whatever is a foreign contribution which is coming out of that foreign contribution, the money to be spent on administrative expenses, they must be limited to 20 percentage. Earlier the limit was 50 percentage. So my dear students, why these conditions? The condition is to control, you can say, NGOs, but this is unnecessary. Some experts are saying that this is unnecessary. Why? Because NGOs require more money for administrative purposes, because when they go for, you can say, some kind of knowledge sharing, okay, some kind of seminars, okay, for that purpose they require money. Now with limitation like this, it will create a trouble to them. At the same time, all this NGO, you can say, people will be termed as public servant, so therefore they may come under RTI. Okay, so these are the major changes have been brought in through FCRA bill 2020. I hope it is very clear. So my dear students, remember few important part with this. This is criticized because FCRA restrictions are the restriction against the free fundamental right. Okay, that is freedom of association, freedom of speech. Because when you say something, okay, against government policies, NGOs have a tendency to do that. Okay, so therefore this is really not okay. People say it is targeted towards political operations or religious minorities. This is very important, and by the cap of 20 percentage they will cripple NGO functioning. And it is a double standard. Why? When, let's say, governments, you can say, own, you can say, PM cares can get money from foreign funding, while this kind of NGOs are not getting it. Why government is doing this? This is the kind of scenario which is created, where we will end up into license raj. We will have an open door for bureaucratic harassment. Okay, these government officials may enter into NGOs, they barge in, they create some trouble, democratic functioning will be hampered, and the law is very vague, and therefore it may be misused. It may be misused. Then we have three laws which have been introduced. They have become very controversial laws. Okay, so earlier we had, you can say, lot of you can say laws are related to labor, related to, you can say, this industrial relationship, social security. Lot of laws were there. Some around 44 plus laws were there. Now all of them have been clubbed into three main laws. One is called Industrial Relations Code. What is Industrial Relations Code? IR means how management and the unions have a relationship. Okay, can they demand certain rights? So that is what IR. Okay, number two is code on occupational safety, health and working conditions. So what will be the kind of working conditions? Will they be allowed to have, you can say, a particular shift, number of hours of shift? Okay, that is very crucial. What will be the minimum wage? Okay, how many people will be, you can say, part of a factory, and that will be termed as a small organization, which will be termed as an organized company? Or how many people are there, so that we can term it as an organized sector? So when we have an organized sector, when we have unorganized sector, rules are very different. In fact, with the arrival of globalization and with the arrival of this, you can say, new internet age, okay, the world, the industries have changed. Okay, now we are not having only limited factories. We have, you can say, informal sectors which is growing on in a big way. So we have started with a gig economy. So in this gig economy, okay, in this gig economy, we must have proper rules for safety, health and working conditions of the people, even in the informal sector. Earlier, there were no rules because we were not considering informal sector as a very important part. But with the arrival of this gig economy, informal sectors are very important. Similarly, social security code, that means what pensions, okay, or provident fund or maternity paternity leaves will be provided. That is very crucial. Yes or no? So this is what it is, you can say, provided in this particular law. So my dear students, what are the important significance here? Okay, so when we are, you can say, going on with an old way of managing these industries and having old way of running our labor system, we will not possibly attract lot of foreign funding. Okay, so it was a time, it was a need of the hour to change this labor law. Remember, labor laws, you can say, when we are changing labor laws, lot of protest may take place. So government identified a wonderful opportunity in the time of pandemic to introduce this and pass it. Okay, so that way they have already done lot of changes in this, including the rules related to collective bargaining, you can say rule related to small firms, a rule related to hire and fire of the workers. So my dear friends, what are the important things have been changed? So dosto, this labor laws will apply both to existing businesses as well as new factories which will be setting up. Okay, remember here the factory shift has been changed from 8 hours to 12 hours. Okay, and that is allowed to 72 hours a week as an overtime. Okay, so this is overtime. Now this new changes have been adopted and we started to see some problems in our country because of these changes. For example, you remember what happened recently at iPhone factory? Yes or no? Which is called in Bangalore, Wistron factory. Yes or no? Wistron got lot of trouble. The workers were not happy with the conditions there and they ransacked the entire factory. Now why? Because one, you can say earlier there were three shifts of 8 hours each. Now there were only two shifts of 12 hours. So people have to work for longer hours. That's number one. Number two, the open, you can say, allowance for a contract farming. So there is a company, they employ contractors, the contractors employ subcontractors, this subcontractors employee, these employees are actually working for this company but they are getting pay from subcontractor due to their relationship between, you can say, company, contractor, subcontractor. There may be some problem with respect to payment. Okay, and due to this the employees in Wistron, they did not get payment for their wages for more than 3 to 4 months. That created a lot of trouble. Their working conditions was suffering. Now you can say companies are able to manage in this way because you can say companies are not directly employing this, you can say, laborers. So these people are not employee of Wistron. Okay, so that is allowed in this new laws and thereby workers' rights are, you can say, gone. ठीक है, gone are the days where workers can demand their rights. Lot of problem took place in this contract labor related issues. Okay, remember that. Okay, this is very crucial. In India we are getting into big trouble with respect to this new changes. Okay, so most labor laws apply to establishment of a certain size. Now that size threshold limit has also changed. Earlier the threshold limit was 100, minimum 100 employees are there, then these laws are applicable. Now they have increased this number to 300 so that more and more companies can get benefit. But here the idea is it is investment friendly scenario. But what about laborers? What about workers? Are they, you can say, being provided right support? No. It's a clear answer. It is no. Okay. And thereby there are a lot of criticism is happening on this contract labor. Their trade unions are not recognized. Okay. So if there are a lot of trade unions in the organization, okay, then only one trade union will be recognized. Now that gives power in the hand of management that whom to recognize. Okay, this is very crucial. Okay, and more importantly, they wanted to ensure this, you can say, rules are also applicable for gig workers, the workers which are doing temporary work in Swiggy, Zomato, Uber, Ola, Flipkart, Amazon. Okay, in this kind of companies, when they are doing, you can say, temporary work, they are also given certain support. Remember, my dear students, okay, this Factories Act and all these rules are majorly to be managed by the states because every state will have a different geographical condition, different socio-economic conditions, and when central government makes one simple law, ठीक है, I don't think that's a good idea. But क्या करे, इसी तरीके से अभी सिनेरियो डेवलप हो रहा है. ठीक है, सिमिलरली दिस इज इंडस्ट्रियल रिलेशन कोड बिल. The objective was, you can say, when there is a dispute happening between management and the union, there is a tribunal which is to be developed. which was not that so far. Earlier, people had to go to the courts where the cases were getting delayed. Now, due to arrival of industrial tribunal, it will fasten up, it will speed up the entire process. That is wonderful. Okay, this is very good. Okay, take care. At the same time, if you talk about code on, it's a, you can say social security, which is very important because this insurance of the employees, provident fund of the employees, pensions of the employees, all this, you can say, a particular part have to be modified. Now this insurance is available in all districts. Earlier it was available to limited districts, number one. Number two, this insurance is also now applicable to gig workers, including this provident fund. Provident funds are also available to informal sectors. Remember that. This is very important. Okay, this is a social security fund to be developed by the government, and in turn it will benefit to the people in large number. Apart from that, we had one more important act which is called Assisted Reproductive Regulation Bill 2020. Remember, assisted reproductive technology is a very important part. Why? Because in today's time, people are not able to get, many people are not able to, you can say, naturally conceive babies. Okay, so thereby we have surrogacy, we have in vitro fertilization, that is called IVF. We have a system of sperm donation. We have a system of egg donation by women. Okay, so we have varieties of the methods, you can say, available, and that is called assisted reproductive technologies. Okay, IVF, surrogacy, sperm donation, all those things come under ART, assisted reproductive technology. I hope it is clear. So now this new law will regulate the banks and the clinics working under this. Okay, they will also allow, you can say, safe and ethical practices by these ARTs. Otherwise, you can say, when people don't know their rights and we don't have such kind of laws, okay, people are exploited. Okay, in India we have seen a lot of examples where people have been exploited for such kind of thing. Classic example is surrogacy. Okay, we had to change this law. We made, you can say, commercial surrogacy is completely banned. Commercial surrogacy is completely banned in India. Yes or no? You understand this? So to protect women and children from exploitation, this law is very much needed. Remember that. So what is ART? So we talked about, you can say, getting pregnancy through any technique which is handling sperm, handling egg, or any other method. Okay, so ART includes, you can say, sperm and egg donation, in vitro fertilization, you can say gestational surrogacy. Okay, these are the methods are available in ART. Okay, I hope it is clear to you. ART clinic and ART banks will be regulated. They have to register with government. If they don't register, there will be a problem. Okay, and whatever they do will become illegal. Okay, at the same time, there are various conditions to be provided. There is a limit on age group, who can provide egg, who can provide sperm, how many times they can do that. Okay, all those conditions are provided. Okay, you may ask, sir, do we need to know and remember all these details? Okay, my dear students, these are the new laws. Okay, in examinations they may possibly give you a paragraph coming from this. Okay, and from that, when the paragraph is coming from that, you can say, they may possibly check your ability to understand and apply such kind of rules. Yes or no? I hope it is very clear. Very good, very good. Okay, what are the conditions for offering ART? That is also provided here. Okay, great. Moving further, you can say, what are the rights of children born through ART? This is very important. Many times the disputes arises. Okay, so let us say through surrogacy, Shah Rukh Khan got a baby, and who is a donor? Okay, or who has given a, we can say, womb on rent, okay, they may seek that Abraham is my son, okay, such kind of dispute may arise, okay, so thereby there are rules to be provided for that, okay, okay, and then there will be national and state board will be provided when there are disputes, okay, what kind of challenges to be provided, what kind of support to be provided, those support structure will be provided by this. Then we have an epidemic diseases amendment bill 2020. My dear students, this epidemic bill is quite old bill. That's a quite old act. 1897 Britishers brought in the bill, we can say, repeals the epidemic disease ordinance, because we had to bring ordinance, okay, because when April we got pandemic and we wanted to apply this epidemic disease act, certain changes have to be done, and those changes have to be passed only through ordinance route, where we provided complete protection to healthcare service personnel. Okay, central government has a power to protect healthcare. They had power to, we can say, prevent the spread of diseases. The legislation makes harm, injury, hurt, or danger to the life of healthcare services personnel as a cognizable and non-bailable offense. Obvious, when we have this pandemic, so many people may be facing a lot of trouble, okay, and therefore such kind of things have to be provided, okay, so this is crucial. Another important part is Indian Medical Central Council bill, which was passed. Now why it is needed? Because we had to shift from earlier system of medical commission to council, which will actually regulate education and practice of medical professionals in our country. So this is a new important bill. Similarly, we had this homeopathy central council amendment bill. I'm sure you understand homeopathy, which is, you can say, not a pure allopathy system, okay, but homeopathy is altogether a different scenario where there is a special council which is provided, okay. I hope it is clear to you. And then सबसे बड़ा, you can say, controversial issue came about this farm acts. Three farm acts were brought in. One, Farmers Produce Trade and Commerce Promotion and Felicitation Act 2020. The objective is primarily, you can say, whatever the produce is coming from the farmer, at what price it has to be sold, you can say, what kind of agreement they will be doing. So will allow, you can say, contract farming, okay. This will protect farmer, okay. The business people, the companies will not take away land. There is no agreement on land, it is only price assurance agreement, okay. Through this they will be in a position to develop, we can say, support structure for the farmer. With this they will be in a position to develop some kind of warehouses, cold storages, and finally the essential commodities, you can say, amendment act, which will change what sort of commodities will be under this essential commodities. In fact, they removed all of them, okay. These are the big changes have been brought in, okay. With every important act, okay, complete details are provided in this PDF for your reading purpose. My dear students, I will strongly suggest you must read all this. By this you will develop your capability to learn language of law, okay. That will help you a lot, and possibly it will improve your capabilities. So my dear students, with this I'm closing first module. First module may be very, you can say, entertaining and comfortable for you. How did you like this? Please tell us. We'll be more than happy to get your feedback on this, okay. Thank you very much. Do not miss out to like our videos, subscribe to our channel, share to large number of people pro talent, okay. This is very crucial for our growth. Thank you very much and all the best.